got a spectacle here. A tremendous light show hyping up the crowd as they get set for this matchup here tonight. Welcome to Athens, Georgia. We are between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Brown, joined as always by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Bulldogs will kick this away and start us off. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. So the LSU Tigers offense will have the football first here. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game, guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team. Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Solid gain, moves the ball up to the 47. It'll be first down. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Quick throw, complete to the tight end. He stopped him, but this offense is threatening now at the plus 43.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Caught over the middle. It's Sharp.
The pass on first down. Caught by the tight end. He's brought down at the 34. Second down.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback keeps the football. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Man, oh man, was the defense ready for this play. The quarterback just searching for anywhere to go, looking for daylight, but couldn't find anywhere to go in the keeper.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Grab down the middle. It's Green. Looks like LSU has the first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Durham. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Now it's second down here. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Great job here by this defense on the wide receiver screen. All that receiver's looking for is just a small little seam to be able to get vertical and show what kind of speed he has. The defense did not let him get started. That's good hustle and a nice play.
Third and short now for the offense for the plus 25. Already in field goal range, but can they convert, keep the drive going? They finally stop him, but a solid play sets him up. First and goal at the 9.
Well, these guys clearly weren't even thinking about a field goal in this one. They know that field goals won't win a game like this anyway, so be aggressive, and now it's first and goal.
Textbook opening drive in a hostile environment. Now let's see if they can punch it in as the crowd gets really cranked up. Grab down the middle. It's Anderson. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
Boy, tight windows as always down here. They have trust in throwing it. They just have to be smart.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Running out of time in the pocket. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Pass caught. Can he get in? Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in.
Well, that completion gets them a little closer. Quick decisions needed here, especially with third down coming up.
Ball sits at the 2-yard line for 3rd and goal. Looking to throw again. And he will score! Touchdown, LSU!
But to cap off an opening drive like this on a 3rd down touchdown pass is such a satisfying way to start a game. The offense has set the tone. Now, bring out the defense. It's their turn.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. And each offense features a star tight end. Kurt, what an elite matchup of guys who can really hurt defenses in a variety of ways.
When was the last time we did a game where we were excited to watch 2 tight ends from opposing teams go against each other? But that's what we have today. Both of these guys are elite at their position. Both want to have bragging rights that they're the best in the country. Let's see who can be showcased better today.
That completion sets up a 2nd down play. Dropping back. It's Stockton. Pressure is coming. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Bringing pressure. Nice grab. It's Branch. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down.
Sometimes you find that open receiver who's short of the sticks, and you hope the run after the catch will be able to give you the 1st down. The defense does a good job of keeping him short of the sticks. Let's see what they do here.
The Dogs will bring their punt team onto the field. And this will be the first punt for this offense tonight. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Here's the first play of the drive. He started at 28. And now the handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. That run moves the ball across the 35.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Grab behind the line. It's Anderson. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
What a nice find there by the quarterback on third down. One of the most telling stats for me at the end of the game is how you do on third down. Being a good third down team is invaluable to your team's offensive success. That's why you drill it so much in practice.
To throw, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed by the receiver. Tackled pretty quickly, but that is a decent gain on the throw.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
Second down after that previous play. It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And the quarterback dropping back. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. To the marker. That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
That punt heading out of bounds, so there'll be no return here. And now the first play of this drive, they'll begin at the 36. Motion now from the tight end. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Defense is coming after him. Caught over the middle, it's Frazier. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Short completion there. Second down coming up. And the back now goes in motion. Second down, we're going to throw it. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
This is good pressure by the defense. And it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Looking right, this one caught. Defense will wrap him up after an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
The Dogs will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. He was hoping that would check up, but a big bounce sends it into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Quick throw to the left. Great defensive play, tackled quickly. Not much of a gain. Quarterback operating an empty set. Scanning the field. It's Nussmeier. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Chris, that's every quarterback's worst nightmare. A wide-open receiver streaking for a touchdown. You could throw a hook shot out there, let him get underneath it, and let him run to the end zone. What a missed opportunity.
On third down, he drops to throw. A deep shot to the left side. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
I think the quarterback here forces the ball because it's third down, but he's got to be careful having the ball on his own side of the field. That ball was almost picked off.
The punt team making their way on the field. We're going to kick it away for the second time. He'll call for the fair catch here. And to begin the drive here, set up at the 30. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. A deep shot to the right. He hauls it in to the 15, still going. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a first and goal.
Boy, that's got to be a breakdown recovery for a missed assignment. There's no way that a receiver should be that wide open.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and suddenly we're looking at a first and goal situation. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 11. To the air, it's Stockton. He's got it near the end zone. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
Chris, it's not always the big, tall receiver that gives these defenses headaches on slant routes. Sometimes it can be that undersized guy from the slot. It's very tough to get your hands on.
That play sets up a third and goal from the 5 now. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking for 6. And the pass is knocked away in the end zone. A touchdown-saving play.
Just an incredible play here by the defender on third and goal to tip that ball away at the last second. Now, what will the offense do on fourth down?
So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. This will be a very short chip shot from 22 yards out. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle.
Now, I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Fire to the right side, complete. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
Important second down play coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Grab down the middle. It's Hill. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Oh, they trap him for a sack. It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. Fair catch made at the 40. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're set up at their 40. First down. Looking to throw the football. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
And the first play of this drive is a big sack for this defense. These are exactly the kind of plays that can kill a drive before you even get to third down. You cannot allow a big sack to start a drive like this.
First down sack, pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Play fake, looking to throw. Quick throw over the middle. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. What a catch! Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And he lets it land, and it'll just bounce out of bounds. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down after a short gain there.
The slant is a great way to get the ball to your receiver against man coverage, especially if you feel like you've got an advantage on the matchup. Easy throw and completion for the quarterback and receiver.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the handoff. He's found some room at the 45. They make the stop, but not before he moves the football across midfield. First down to the 48. First down here for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete. Second and 10 here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. The pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Big shot downfield here early in the game. Couldn't quite connect, but even on an incompletion, these deep shots do a good job of keeping those safeties back and can open up other aspects of this offense.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Drop him back. Looking to throw for the first down. He cannot escape. It's a sack. And the timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands. But the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Handoff in a single back formation. Eludes a tackle. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Back to throw. It's Stockton. The pass rush closing in. Breaks an open space. Picks up the first and still running. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. And it's still a 4-point margin after the miss.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. And now you can see he's hanging his head. A poor kicker.
They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 25. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. The offense with some pre-snap motion. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense getting set. It's second down. To the air. It's Stockton. Quick throw, testing the middle. Makes the catch downfield. They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a first down.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. He hands it to the back. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He'll try a pass here. The sure hands. It's Bell. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
The Bulldogs will send the punt team onto the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And he gets it away, a directional kick with pretty good distance. First play of the drive now. They'll start from the 32. And a handoff as they run the counter play. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick completion to the tight end. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here they were determined to stop the run. The problem is leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open, the quarterback makes the right throw. Look at these yards.
Makes the catch. It's Hill. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline waiting for your turn to get another chance.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Caught in the backfield. It's Anderson. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
2nd down play coming up. Looking to throw. It's Nussmeier. The pocket breaking down. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. That's reeled in. It's Anderson. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce out to the outside. There's just no room to run.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And is intercepted. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, does a nice job here as a safety of just sitting back, kind of playing center field, letting the play develop, and then once the ball's in the air, he did not hesitate, and that quickness allowed him to come up with that interception.
So here comes the first play of this drive. They're set up at their own 48. On 1st down, it's play action. Lets it go quickly. Caught over the middle. It's Branch. They stop him after a big gain. Move the ball to the 26.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? Back to pass. It's Stockton. The short hand, it's Branch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
That completion makes it 2nd down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Swarm with a pass rush. A sack.
Chris, what a shot, right? Come to an LSU game and you see a defensive lineman overwhelm an offensive lineman and come up with a big sack. When was the last time you didn't see LSU have defensive linemen who can make life difficult for quarterbacks and offensive linemen? Because I can't. They always have big boys who are athletic to make life difficult in that backfield.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Grab down the middle. It's Thomas. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down.
Offense facing 4th down. Number 91 on the field.
And notice how the balance of this passing game has been on display here. A whole bunch of guys getting involved in catching passes. That's tough to stop. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
Anytime you're trailing like this in the fourth quarter, of course you've got to go for it on fourth down, and they get it done to extend the drive.
First down and 10 now. Quick throw. The catch is made. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around.
You know, on a slant route, you'd like to see some big yards after the catch. But the defense has such tight coverage, there's just nowhere to go. That's a win for the defense, even though they gave up a completion.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he steps out of bounds close to the goal line. Couldn't quite punch it in there.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
It's first and goal. Can they punch it in and take the lead? They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Nothing doing there. They're still 2 yards from the end zone.
Man, it's first and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards, and instead, you're going backwards. That's going to set up a very important second down call here.
Nothing on that play makes it second down and goal from the 2. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. On second and goal, they'll give him another chance. Touchdown, Georgia. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter to give them the lead.
And now the important PAT to make it a 3-point lead. Kick is up and good. They go up by 3 here in the fourth quarter. Can they hang on? Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return starts from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. And he keeps it. The defense swarms him in the backfield. They had nowhere to run. Loses 2 yards. Running play goes backwards, makes it second down and 12 now. Looks right for a quick completion. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Interesting decision to go with a screen pass here in the fourth quarter, trailing. I think the defense is aware that you're going to be back there throwing the football, and they were locked in and anticipating that screen and kept it to a short gain.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Finds his man. It's Anderson. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
And here comes the punter onto the field. On to kick now for the 5th time tonight. No fair catch. Looking to return this punt. Coverage team brings down the returner. Here comes the first play of the drive now from the 44. Working clock with the ground game. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10. And now the running back's got it again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, overall, it's been a tough day for this offense, but especially for this running back. Just not able to find any kind of traction at all. And it's made this offense somewhat one-dimensional, and a large reason they're trailing in the 4th quarter.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Dropping back. It's Stockton. Pulls it in. It's Branch. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Here we go, late in a tight game. This might be the biggest play so far. 3rd and 2. He's running out of time here. Oh, the pass rush gets home. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. Oh, he missed it. Off target that time. And the lead stays at 3 after the miss.
Oh, off the upright there. Boy, he hit it clean. It was end over end. I thought it had a real chance, and the ball just kind of kept moving on him, and then doink, right off the upright.
They'll hand it off. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. That's a loss of a yard.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He's going to take off here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. The final 2 minutes here, this defense trying to hang on, the offense trying to make a play to win it. Pressure moment for the quarterback. We'll see if he can stay calm and collected. Down a score late in the game. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Pass complete on a crosser. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44.
One of the great things about this offensive scheme is how they spread the defense out, put a lot of pressure on them because they create a lot of space in the middle. They've been able to get the ball to this slot receiver time and time again.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. The shotgun running play called. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Grab near the sticks. It's Anderson. Heads out of bounds after running for the 1st down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense.
Good enough for a 1st down.
Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. It's a quarterback keeper. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
It's a nice game by this offense. This quarterback has such a good feel for running the option. Whether it's handing it, keeping it himself, or pitching it, puts a lot of pressure on the discipline of this defense.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Deep shot toward the end zone. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. And now it's 3rd down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout where they check it out. Here we go, 3rd and short in the 7th play of this drive. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Quick throw to his receiver. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
First and goal. Can the offense punch it in and claim the lead here in the fourth quarter? Using his legs, it's Durham. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. Graham behind the line. It's Durham. And the offense spends a timeout. The clock stopped with just 10 seconds left. So here we go. One of the biggest moments of this game. The field goal unit is out there for a pressure kick. Now a timeout is called with just 10 seconds left to play. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. A missed chance to tie this game. Still down by 3.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration.